Hey, everybody. I'm Kelly Ellers,
I'm Jeffrey London.
and this is Volume Up by the Teas. Jeff, guess what I've been up to?
Uh, I mean,
I
I got a
haven't posted
preview.
it on my
No, no,
socials, though.
no, no,
I
no. You
haven't
you
done it
came
yet.
back. You came back in the evening hours yesterday and gave
I
us a
did.
preview.
I
So I've
did.
got a little bit of a taste, but I don't think our listeners have any clue what you were up to.
Well,
So where were you first, and then we'll get to the activities
okay.
because this is important.
I was in Canada,
Hmm.
way up North Canada, like
Yes.
for like, way up.
Uh-huh.
Canada is a vast place, I
Yeah,
must
it's a
say.
very large country.
It's Canada. I mean,
Mm.
I don't know. I'm not going to insult any Canadians because it's an absolutely beautiful country, but let's get to the
Hmm.
activity. That's the most
Yes,
exciting
yes,
part.
yes, yes. What were you doing?
Every year, my son and I, it's a tradition. It's the two
Hmm.
of us, not my husband, not my other son, but we go with my
Hmm.
mom and dad, etc.
Hmm.
We go fishing in Canada, way up north, with a fishing guide for like multiple days. And I was telling a client the other day about this, and
Uh-huh.
he goes, I don't even think he meant to say this. He just goes, I didn't see that coming.
I feel like that's most of our listeners right
Yeah,
now.
I'm multidimensional.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's say.
multifaceted. We've got lots going on.
We do.
You're an ocean unto ourselves. I just, yeah. So, what do you do when you're not fishing? Because it's
Nothing.
remote. Okay, yeah.
Literally nothing.
Are you in a cabin? Like, set the
No.
stage.
Okay,
Where,
it's a
like,
cabin. It's in Lake of the Woods, Ontario,
okay,
Canada,
sure.
and it's remote. There's like one restaurant and like a market, and like the market's like wow, wowie wow. It's a
Yeah,
little backwards from what my market in Madison, I guess, would look like.
sure.
It's very rural, very remote. We fish from 8 a.m. to like 4:30.
Wow.
And this lake is 60 miles by 60 miles. There's 14,000 little islands on this lake. So you have
Holy
to have a
shit.
guide. No, you have to have a guide. Like you would be literally lost at sea. Like there's no coming back. You have no clue where you are. Our fishing
Oh,
guide said, he's like, yeah, these guys are being kind of difficult. And they were like, we want to fish somewhere else. Like, let's move a spot. Because we go to like 10 or 15 spots, whatever's
yeah.
biting, right? And he goes, what I did, I just drove around a couple islands, sat right back in the same spot. They had no idea. That's how like vast it is. We saw
Wow.
eagles everywhere. Like, I mean, it's that one of the days we caught 68 fish.
68, six
Yes.
eight.
68.
What do you,
Jeff.
is this like a catch and release situation? Are you eating these
Yeah,
fish?
no, you can only
Okay.
keep so many. And then they
Okay.
do like a shore lunch where the guide, you pull up on this random place where there's like a picnic table
Uh-huh.
and like he sets a little fire. He fillets all the fish, he batters them up, creates this whole meal. And
Wow.
then you go back out until
Wow.
4:30 and then
So
you're
that was
done
my
and there's
question is like,
nothing to do.
are there snacks involved while you're
You
on
can
the
bring
boat?
snacks.
You
Uh-huh.
can. Okay.
hmm
Because that's the only way that I could get through, I think.
the snack of the boat is sunflower seeds. Literally, I'm eating some.
Wow. You really are just like blowing up the
I'm just
image.
like country gal. Next year, I
Yeah.
decided I'm going to get some camouflage because I had like a button up shirt on and then a
Mhm.
shirt, and I
That, yeah,
didn't.
that does feel incongruous with the
Yeah.
environment.
The
Yeah.
client that I texted a photo to because he's like, I literally have to see proof of this. He goes, you're quite a fashionable fisherwoman. And I was like,
I am.
you're right, I am.
I am.
Thank you. Thank
And you
you.
will be no longer with Camel. You'll be more fashionable maybe to that activity.
Yes.
Wow.
Anyway, enough about my fishing, but it was a gem. And honestly, it is so fun and so great. And my son has literally the time of his life. And it's really great
Oh.
bonding. I would encourage everyone out there to find something unique like that that you do with each of your children, because this has been one of the best, probably parenting decisions I've
Oh.
ever made. Yeah.
Oh.
I
Wow.
mean,
Wow.
so anyway, isn't that special?
It is special, in all seriousness. And like we get into deep shit on the pod, people revealing all sorts of things
Yeah.
in the quick takes about what they would do. And, like this is one of those things. So good for you. I'm glad that you did it.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're back. I'm glad that you sent some of those pictures. Maybe you'll be brave and let us post them on Volume Ups
I know. No,
social.
there's a good one. It's just me fishing with my extensions in the wind and oh baby.
Carefree in Canada.
Just the
Just yeah, wow. Well, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
While you were doing that, I was doing the opposite. I was at the Lady Gaga Mayhem ball.
That's a definite polar opposite.
different kind of
And that
stuff
was great.
happening.
I can imagine.
Oh yeah, it was incredible. I mean, Lady Gaga, you've seen her. I will say
I
really
have.
quickly, really, really quickly, she's so tiny. And you and I have remarked about this.
Unbelievable.
You
I
told
know.
me, and I was like, I don't know. But
I
she's like
know.
a little tiny, a wee little
It just
person.
a
Just a
wee
wee,
little person
yeah, just and
and a big
dancing, dancing.
personality.
Yeah,
Just
huge,
crazy.
huge. All I so really quickly, really, as I said, I'm gonna do this. Quick, quick, quick. Went with my very pregnant wife. And
Dang,
the
she
two of
did.
us,
She's so
she went.
impressive. Gosh
We
bless.
we were just like out there dancing, dancing.
No
And we were
way.
like, she's got a lot of hits. Like, I mean, and we were
A
both
lot.
fans,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
just like boom, boom, boom. And I mean, like 20 years. And then last thing,
Wow, 20?
people if she's been, yeah, her career, we're 20 years deep now, which is
Whoa.
terrifying. Um, yeah, don't do the math.
Yeah. Mm.
In our row there was someone. So we were in San Francisco, where the
Yeah.
Warriors played, like the basketball arena. So
I was gonna be
the
like,
seats
you know
are.
what sport that
I
is?
do, I do. Um, can't escape the Warriors here. Good God, even if I wanted
Steph Curry
to.
for life. Yep.
Yeah. But steep stairs, steep
Oh,
seats in order to get all of the people
yikes.
in. So in our row, there was a lady who was dancing, and
Mm-mm.
somebody bumped into her, and then she flew in the air two
Oh my
rows, like
God.
twirled,
No, she
somersaulted
didn't.
in air. I'm not kidding. Fell two rows down into people, and for the rest of the show was like, my head, which was terrifying.
I don't know why I'm laughing, but this sounds like a cartoon. Like,
The person who bumped into the lady was trashed, as you can imagine, very apologetic, but also trashed. The woman who
mm,
fell, not drinking, not imbibing.
oh,
So she was sober as hell and also almost fell to her death. So it was like a real. And then again,
yeah.
wife doctor
Oh,
scoping
did
her
she
out.
spring
She so
into? She springs.
she didn't.
Okay.
She goes into alert, but unless there's like a request or it's like a you know
Liability, right? I
yeah.
mean, kind
So
of like
yeah, yeah. So she was activated. This lady
she was activated.
seemed to be okay. But yeah,
Like
what a
bing.
yeah. Well, and earlier on the way in, when we were waiting to buy some merch, somebody
Yeah,
was
merch.
already trashed and was throwing up in the merch line. So she did have to help with that to
She
flag.
did. Spidey
She
sense
Yeah,
went up. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Well, the lady, it was the person throwing up next to a woman who was calling 911. Like literally, we were like standing right
Oh.
next to they were two people in front of us. It was them. Person slumped over, throwing up, lady next to her calling 911, and we can see both the calling of the 911 and the person throwing it. So then it was the whole
Okay.
thing.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that was
it
she.
was a busy night,
Whoa.
but doesn't top
Wow.
fishing in Canada. So
No.
anyway,
No,
let's
no.
do something that our listeners care about, shall we? Let's talk about celeb photos of the
Okay.
week. These are the pics. You know the deal, everybody. We have not seen them, so we're gonna click through. We'll post them online so you can see what the hell we're talking about. Let's do it. First up,
Yeah.
Jen Ortega.
Yes. I mean, this is basically the Netflix premiere of Wednesday season 2. And
Hmm.
she looks like, I feel like her look is pretty consistent,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yep.
I mean, it's a middle part, kind of like low-ish pony. You can see a little bit of the sides. It's nothing spectacular at all, right? But it tracks.
Damn.
I
Oh,
mean, it
well,
looks
you
like
put yourself
her.
out
I
there.
mean, yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
It's like not great.
Well, yeah. So I mean, and to be clear, she's wearing like a looks to be latex, sort of
Yeah.
scaly number, like very reptilian, looks like
Mhm.
a snake shed, And we don't have brows, which obviously I'm pro. I'm pro a
Oh,
bleach
that's
brow.
maybe why I don't not
Yeah,
okay.
maybe.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
why
mean,
you like
it's
it.
sort of like an effortless, snaky. I don't know. I'm giving it like a 6 or 7. Like
Oh, okay.
it's interesting. I mean, I maybe it's because I'm looking at it in concert with everything else, and it's sort of like the hair goes with the vibe kind of thing.
It does. I'm gonna give it a 3 though.
Okay. All right. Let's just
So
before we dig
there.
ourselves deeper, let's move on. Next one. Who do we have?
Oh, Emily Blunt, and I don't think she can do anything wrong. I
Oh,
mean, I
okay.
just love her. And I mean, I am on the edge of my seat waiting for this Devil Wears Prada
Hmm.
retake. I don't even know. I don't even know how many times I've watched that movie. Hundreds.
Yeah, I mean
I just
a classic.
hundreds.
So I shared the opinion, and we'll get into the hair from in a
Okay.
moment. There was somebody wrote about this. I don't know where exactly, but obviously it blew up online. That paparazzi pics are ruining The
They
Devil Wears
totally
Prada
are.
2, and they are. I
Yes.
don't want to see any of this shit
No,
until it
none.
hits theaters. So
Till
like,
I'm
don't spoil
literally
it. Yep.
there.
Yep, till I'm shoving my
Agree.
face full of popcorn and Sour Patch Kids and chugging the
Yeah, you
biggest
are.
Diet Coke that you've literally ever seen in your life. Like, I don't want to see any of this shit, but I am excited to see that Emily Blunt is wearing the
He's
orangey, coppery red.
it's back.
It's back. And
Hmm.
it's fun. It works. Like she's like an old friend. Like we're happy to see her.
Oh,
I'm very pleased with this look. Um, yeah, this for me, maybe a wig. I can't
it may
imagine she
be.
died.
But
It's
you know,
good,
I
but it's a
hope she
good
went
wig.
red. I hope she went red, and I want to know eventually. I'm sure when the movie comes out, we'll know what colorist and what
Yes. Yes.
brand.
Yes.
But I mean, it's
I'm
a long bob, split
hmm
down the middle, a
hmm
beautiful kind of coppery red, and it's stunning. I'm going to give it a 9 because I love her so much and I love her hair, and she could do no wrong, as noted.
I'm gonna give it like a I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay, fine.
I think the styling could be maybe a little bit
Yeah.
more intentional. But I do love the color, I love the cut. So there's that.
Okay.
Yep. All right, last
Next
up.
up, oh boy, take it away.
Kelly Rowland. Now this is from the closing show of
Mm,
Cowboy Carter. She's made her appearance alongside former bandmates Beyonce, obviously it's her tour, and Michelle Williams, closing out as DC3, Destiny's Child. Another Bob. So we got a
another
center
bob.
parted
Hmm.
black color,
Yep,
classic Bob, very chic.
I like it.
What's your take?
I like it. I think it goes great. I mean, I think the three of them as a duo, each of their hair kind of speaks to a little bit of their personality and the role they play in the group.
Mhm.
I like it. I think it's beautiful on her. It hits her right at her beautiful jawline. I mean, I'm going to give it like a 7. I think it's
Yeah,
great.
I think so. I love Kelly Rowland. Like she's incredible, and I think like this harkens back to she was always the girl that had the shorter hair in the group.
Yeah.
Even that was like the thing, and but she's obviously evolved from there, and so like this still respects like where she's at now. I think this Bob is maybe a little bit played out. Like in general,
I mean,
like I
we're
think that
bobbing everything
yeah,
these
yeah,
days,
yeah,
but
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, and literally,
everyone's
Cosmo
bobbing.
just wrote about it. Everybody's got a Bob. So yeah, there's like a little bit of fatigue on my part, but she looks incredible. It's executed beautifully, like styling 10 10 10. So I'm gonna give it like a 7 or an 8. I
All
like
right.
it.
Great.
So there's that.
There's that.
All right, let's get into this week's top beauty news. Things that you need to know, things that are not on our site. We're going to start with someone who's been on the pod, the icon, Kim Kimble.
Yeah.
She's now opened her own salon, her extension bar, excuse me, because she's had a salon previously. So this is covered in essence.com. Yeah, she gave them a tour. I want a tour. The pics alone, I'm just like, damn, let's
Yeah.
let's go to take a trip to LA. All of these different wigs and extensions on display. At this launch event, she was rocking one of the more adventurous styles as she's wont
Yeah.
to do. I mean, I'm so excited for her that she's got this opportunity and for people, customers, to go in and see and experience all of these different products because goddamn, she's got quite an assortment.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space. Congrats to her. I mean, she puts in the work and she's a true pro and expert in the extension space. So we wish her all the best of luck.
Yeah,
Maybe we
I
should have
mean,
her on
and
again.
maybe we
Talk
should.
about
We could
the
talk about
yeah.
this. I mean, again, the space is so stunning and
Yeah.
gives people a luxury experience, while they're getting extensions, which, as we all know, take a
It takes a
long
hot minute.
time. And
Hmm.
so yeah, good on her for having the foresight to make it match the mood. Like I'm so excited for Kim.
Congrats. This week, we're talking with Johnnell Theresa Nidoh. Beauty runs deep in her roots as she grew up in her mother's salon. Oh, same. Where the hum of dryers and hairspray was part of the everyday soundtrack. From sweeping floors to leading brand education and storytelling, she's come full circle, carrying over 20 plus years of experience in the professional hair industry. Bumble and Bumble, Diva Curl, Salon Professional Distribution, just to name a few. Now, as the heart and helm of the Salon Channel at Nutrafol, she's not just watching the movement, she's helping shape it. All right, make sure you subscribe, rate, and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
Before we get there being my interview with Johnnell, let's talk Tease beauty news. First up, something that you and I are going to get into. The article is called Vivian McKinder's New Archetype Quiz Helps Hairdressers Overcome Challenges and Unlock Growth. Quote, I've discovered that when a hairdresser loses their fire and joy, it often stems from certain personality traits, explains Vivian McKinder, award-winning hairstylist and educator. McKinder tells the Tease, quote, identifying these traits helps stylists address the internal blocks that hold them back from true growth and happiness, end quote. Now McKinder has launched the Creative Archetype Quiz, which allows stylists to discover which of the 5 hairdresser archetypes they embody and how this, quote, type influences their creativity, income, client relationships, and overall passion for hairdressing. Head to thetease.com to find out which one you are. But here we go. Look, you and I, obviously we're not salon pros, would love to think ourselves, but we're not licensed, and that's where that is. But your mom is. And you've had her on this pod several times. Taking a look at this article, which gives away a little bit of the archetypes, but obviously you got to take the quiz to find out which one you are. Which of them do you think your mom sort of, which one do you think she is?
Yeah. I think looking back, I mean, I think that she might be the puppet, eager to please, collaborative, client focused. I wanted everyone to be happy, adaptable. But I think there's a little bit of all of these in her. That's a really interesting and beautiful question.
A pedestal. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta have her take the quiz.
Too. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's have give her a link. Let's have her do this, and then let's report back, because I'd love to know which one she is, honestly. There's been some controversy. We posted about this on social, and people feel like they are what they wind up being, but then they're offering new archetypes. So maybe there will be a quiz version 2. So we'll see.
We'll do it. Next up, meet Honey Putty from Fat Boy. Wow. That's a lot.
Wow. Yes.
Woo. Okay. Got a product. Get you a product that does it all, or that does at least 2 things, like Honey Putty from Fat Boy, the hair care brand built for high performance styling. Honey Putty is both a hair putty, as the name suggests, and a leave-in scalp treatment. Oh, its dual-purpose formula delivers flexible hold, a natural matte finish, and all-day texture, while working beneath the surface to calm irritation, hydrate scalp, and support healthier, fuller-looking hair over time. Lightweight, non-greasy, and easy to style, it is designed for short to medium styles to add structure without stiffness or buildup, and it brings together the best of styling and functional care in one product. Made with clean, results-driven ingredients, Honey Putty draws inspiration from the founder Tyson Kennedy's New Zealand roots, featuring powerful natural ingredients sourced from the region. Head to thetease.com to learn more. Jeff, how do you think they came up with the name?
I don't know. Well, I mean, I do know. If you read the article, gang, you'll find out that there's a hero ingredient that I'm not going to spoil because I want you to click through.
Yeah.
But no, it makes total sense. What I found remarkable was what you also found remarkable, which is the dual purpose. All of a sudden, we're seeing products working a little bit harder. There's an upcoming story that I'm working on with R & Co. They also have a product that surprised me with multi-purpose use. So yeah, this is a surprising one. But I love the name. I also love Fat Boy. It's just a fun name. Good on them.
It is. I like it. It's playful.
Let's not take ourselves too seriously.
Indeed.
Thank you so much to our contributors and our editors for this week's beauty news. And don't forget to check out more stories like these over on thetease.com.
Now stay tuned for Jeff's interview with Johnnell.
Beauty runs deep in Johnnell Theresa Nidoh's roots. She grew up in her mother's salon where the hum of dryers and hairspray was part of the everyday soundtrack. From sweeping floors to leading brand education and storytelling, she's come full circle, carrying over 20 plus years of experience in the professional hair industry. We're talking Bumble and Bumble, Diva Curl, Salon Professional Distribution, just to name a few. Johnnell has witnessed the rise of scalp health and wellness from the inside out and felt it coming before it was trending. The pandemic was a huge turning point. People began to develop an understanding that healthy hair starts from within. Now, as the heart and helm of the Salon Channel at Nutrafol, she's not just watching the movement, she's helping shape it. Her team is passionate advocates for a holistic approach to hair health, and they're on a mission to make this the new beauty standard. Janelle's journey isn't just about hair, it's about people, connection, and learning from every story she encounters. Janelle, welcome to Volume Up. How's it going?
It's going. Thank you so much for having me. Very exciting day for me.
Ooh, I'm excited that you're excited. This is always a good time for us when we've got guests that are jazzed up to chat. And we're just going to get right into it. So I know a little bit about your background, but our audience doesn't. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a lead, and then I want you to run with this. I understand that you grew up in your mom's salon. A lot of our listeners have connections to beauty in that way. Take us back to that time growing up in the salon experience, and how did that shape your trajectory? Because it can go one of two ways. You can either love it and want to do it, or hate it, never ever want to approach it. Seems like you went in the direction that I think you did.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So Jeffrey, yes, the correct. Born and raised in the salon. Like, my mother was a Fermisi girl. So what was that tell you, right? Sun glitz back in the day. I remember all the caps, the
Yes.
blue, the everything. Oh gosh, I can go on and on. But it was funny. My mom's salon in Scranton, Pennsylvania, of all places, she was the destination place for everyone, proms, the updos, the everything.
Ooh.
Everyone loved her, all like the high schoolers, everything. They all went to her. And then I'm like, this is my mom, right? Uh, Being honest, right? But I swore it's crazy because growing up in that environment, I watched her. She never missed a day of work. It was always fun. There was always something creative and just exciting and dramatic. And it was like something new every day. And just being in that environment made me think, okay, like what direction do I want to go in? Funny enough, I did not go into her footsteps until I later in my career I ended up at Bumble and Bumble. But
Mhm.
yeah, I swore up and down. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't know. But it was funny because like here I am on the brand side. It's crazy. We laugh about it all the time. But um yeah, it was pretty cool having a mom do all that stuff. Like I remember, Jeffrey, this was funny. So they used to have like, their color classes. I would like go behind the scenes and put my name on the list and I'd be like this orange, bright, crazy hair and like every hair color under the sun. And I went to Catholic school. So my mother
Oh.
bonkers. So I played around with color at a very young age just because I was like, oh, I'll be the model. And she didn't know until she saw me and she was like, that's my daughter. Like you can't do that. Um, yeah, so that's my upbringing. But my mother, like even to this day, I look at her and when someone you look at someone and you know they're in the right place and her
Mhm.
passion, just everything, and just watching the shifts and the evolution of everything. Oh, she's my mentor, my idol.
I love that. And when beauty, the love of beauty is instilled at such a young age, I mean, again, you can do so much with it. Having that exposure to like the transformative power, I
Yeah.
can imagine is quite powerful. What I want to talk to you about is something you alluded to just now. You were here and we were talking about Nutrafol, and we will get into all of that. But you've also worked with a number of other powerhouse brands. So tell me a little bit about the shifts in your career. You said, just a few moments ago, you didn't think you'd end up in beauty, certainly not on the brand side.
Yep.
But you did. So how did that happen?
Yeah, it's funny. So interesting enough, I started my career in dental school. So I'm like the dental school dropout with the nice hair. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But I had a Carrie Bradshaw moment. Full transparency, the love of my life and I, we broke up and I was living in Pennsylvania and an opportunity came about for Bumble and Bumble. I literally applied and before you know it, they're like, oh, guess what? You have to move to Manhattan. And I'm like, I'll move to Brooklyn.
Okay.
So jumped into that and it was really exciting. Launched hairdressers oil. It was just like a fun time to get like my feet wet and see all the editorial and being in the hub of like New York and traveling everywhere. And then from there on, I went into Diva Curl. So I was doing distribution and looking at me, I have poker straight hair. Don't be fooled with a lot of
Would
product.
never know.
Yeah, right. And this is mine. It's mine. It's not extensions,
Mhm.
which is fine. But then I went to Diva Curl and it's curly hair, right? What does a poker straight girl know going into distribution? I used to tell people, I'm like, I have curls in my heart. And Jeffrey, it was so funny. because everyone in sales, there's those opportunities where you're doing like a class. And at the time we called them Diva Dunks. And it was just
Mm.
like the full transformation. And I know a couple of times, like my educators just were delayed for showing up for classes, and then I had to get my hands in the hair, and I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Like, I'm not cosmetology licensed, but I'm like, I grew up in it. I know what I'm
Yeah.
doing. I know products, right? So successfully did that and ran distribution for quite some time. Then I worked with a company called Pros for a very short time, which was D2C. Now it's like, I mean, it's exploding everywhere.
Mhm.
Gave it a little shot, trying to see if it was going to be professional salon, but congrats to that brand too, exploding. And leads me to where I'm at today at Nutrafol.
I mean, talk about exploding. Nutrafol is everywhere. And as you said, very much embracing the pro. So I want to talk to you a little bit about this prescience that you had. Scalp wellness. You saw this come in before it hit the mainstream, and now, thankfully, it's here. But it wasn't always that way. So tell me a little bit about how you knew this is going to be something.
Well, it's funny because again, growing up and being in this industry and knowing that number one, I'm going to say this, it's an ingestible, right? We come from a world of topicals,
Hmm.
cocktail styling. Okay, so it's an ingestible. Number two, there really wasn't anything out there in salons. So when the founders, Gio and Roland, were looking to expand in salons and they approached me prior to me saying yes, I was like, you're crazy. Like, this ain't gonna did that, done that. And I remember like launching the scalp, like scalp kind of fizzled or it kind of didn't get that peak to where it was back in the day. What was that, like
Hmm.
6, 7 years ago? I
Hmm.
forgot. Yeah. But it was interesting when I was approached to spearhead the channel and start something so disruptive and so different. I was like, you know what? Now might be the time. But honestly, Jeffrey, I didn't know until I knew. Like,
Mm.
I hate to bring up that C word, that COVID word. I really hate to bring it up. Are we done with it? Oh my goodness.
I'd love to be.
Right, but I have to bring it up because that was a pretty massive moment of people tapping in and like wanting to do more for wellness and realizing I can go this route or I can go the other route. People's hair was falling out and just so many things were happening. We all know
Hmm.
that. Let's not even get PTSD on that. But yeah, I knew in my heart it was 2019, September 2019. I'm approaching 6 years. It's crazy. Uh, I knew it was now or never. I knew I had the tools. I knew I had the connections. I just wasn't sure where it was going to go and where the story was going to evolve, right? We haven't even scratched the surface yet. So that's the exciting time now. So I'm just so happy that we're having this conversation because a
Oh,
lot of people don't know. Yeah.
well, let's get a little bit deeper. You are quite involved with brand, as you talked about. Your title is CEO of Hair, which is
Well,
nothing to, I mean, that's a big deal. So tell me what the hell does that mean? For the
okay.
listeners out there, they're like, huh, that sounds big, and it is. Break it down.
Well, technically, I'm like the head of salon sales here, but I call myself the CEO of hair just because, like, it's interesting. Nutrafol, we're our wellness brand, and for us to make a mark in the salon professional world it's just amazing. And I still can't wrap my head around it. But yeah, I refer to myself as the CEO of hair because you're talking to a gal who came from styling, curly, I mean, everything under the sun. And here I am now, like the wellness guru. Like it's all evolved. It's all about the hair. And what do we always say? Our hair is our crown. And think about that moment, right? You have a bad hair day, like it
Throws
affects
you
the
off.
whole
Oh,
thing,
for
right?
sure. Everything.
Like, or if you walk in and you're getting your hair done, and before you know it, you're done, like looking in the mirror and you're like, oh, I can do anything. Like you're unstoppable. It's like your Beyonce moment. I can't believe I just
Mhm.
brought it up. But yeah, but your hair is your crown, and I don't know, it's kind of cheeky. It's a play on words, and why not be the CEO of hair, right?
Yeah, why the hell not? No, I'm loving that. So I mean, you've talked a lot about the salon being central to what Nutrafol has been about, and you yourself have been involved in opening 90% of the Nutrafol salons. So what has that been like? Where are they? I would imagine things are different from location to location, but
Yeah,
break that down for me.
I will break it down because it's pretty remarkable.
Yeah,
I literally opened over 1,000 salons, and it's fun.
damn.
You get this opportunity, right? You have this brand. which we don't know what the hell's going to happen, right? Could have
Yeah.
busted 3 months. I took a
Hmm.
shot. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. It's like pinch me. But literally when you're in a room with the founders, the creators, the masterminds, like, and here I am, I'm like, okay, so where do we start? And they're all looking at you like, Johnnell, where are you going to start? And I went door to door with the founders. Like, I'm not talking like, I mean, this is like hardcore. Like, we were feet on the street, and I had a
Wow.
men's bottle and I had a women's bottle. Talk about like going old school and just
Yeah.
looking after who. And at the time, Jeffrey, I was like, do I go after, like, I shouldn't say go after, do I approach
Yeah.
celebrity? What direction are we going here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I go knock on doors to my distribution people and be like, hey, I need a favor. Johnnell needs the favor now. Can you carry us? Like, I didn't know where to go because we're
Yeah.
direct. We do sell direct to salons. That's how it started. And it was just a beautiful mess in the beginning. It literally was a beautiful mess. I didn't have collateral. I had a story. I had a great story. But then
A
again,
great one, but
I
that only goes so far. I mean, and you
only
know,
go so
you've been in
far.
this role, you've done this building up other brands, so that's a
Yeah.
challenge.
And not only that, it's not an Advil where you're taking two pills and the headache goes away. This is a commitment. Uh, so literally went door to door, and every yes
Wow.
that I got, I was like, oh my gosh, I remember like it happened yesterday. What was the show in Long Branch? IBS, I think it was
Mhm.
IBS. Right before the C word, COVID came and everything was going crazy. And I was like, oh my gosh, I just started here. I'm just starting something. And I remember that's when things were going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and living in New York. I'm like, okay, once Broadway shuts down, we're done.
Yep.
Right here I am trying to like get some traction, trying to show the founders like you hired the right gal. The CEO of hair can make anything happen.
Hmm. Hmm.
Boom, the world shuts down.
Can't open it back up.
No, what is everyone doing? They're doing hair in their garage. They're like everyone's trying to survive, right? So it's like, okay, what do we do now? So yeah, this has been a journey. It's been a journey. So all those people that gave me no's, they came around or like, okay, we're suffering from something. Like we're seeing more hair. I call them hair hiccups. I know it's hair
Mm.
loss. I like saying hair hiccups. We're seeing more hair hiccups. We're experiencing like unbelievable amount of stress. Like everyone was like excessively drinking. You either went one way or
Hmm.
the other, right? So it kind of brought taking wellness into your own hands, and it kind of gave me an edge to be like, there's nothing else out there.
Yeah.
People wanted to give it a shot. And again, it's a commitment, it's a lifestyle, it's not a one size fits all. Um, but a colleague, it was funny, a colleague yesterday said on a call, we were just talking about things, and she's like, for instance, like a Pilates studio, they give you like that free week, right? You get that free week and you're really not into Pilates, but you'll give it a shot. So you try it out.
Mhm.
You don't have the rock hard abs. You're not getting anything. What are the chances you're going to commit to a 3 year commit? I mean, not 3 year, a 3 month commitment after that? You're probably not, right? So I bring that up as like an example, like with Nutrafol. You can't just get this instantaneous like results. Like you're not going to take it for a week and have like luxurious hair and like balanced hormones and all these things. It's literally a commitment and a lifestyle.
Mm.
And COVID put us on the map for salons because people wanted a shift. People wanted to change. And you know what? We were desperate to do something to save our crown.
Mm.
Works. And there's nothing else out there aside from what? Like Rogaine topicals, like things that like once you stop using,
It's
you're,
gone.
yeah, yeah.
Yep. No, it's so important that you bring this up. And I think, like, as you said, the right place at the right time, you have this solution that people were looking for. Talk to me about what it's been like working with salons so that they understand that they can offer this to their clientele. Because, again, I would imagine as you're approaching them, it maybe requires a finer hand touch with some than others. It's easier to grasp for some now, probably, than it was, 5 years ago. It was, you're talking sort of peak COVID. What
Yeah.
has that been like?
Yeah. To go back on your previous, I completely like steamrolled that.
Oh.
We're all over the US. Like I have a very small and mighty team right now that
Mhm.
focuses, East Coast, West Coast, Central. We're all over. And the whole thing is that to this day, salons don't know what they don't know. They don't know they can carry us. Yeah, they've seen the commercials. Great.
Right. But
But they had no idea that we have specific SKUs for salons and we have sales reps that are out there to help cater them and educate them and really grow a community of stylists and salons and be a part of this growth. Like I want to dominate the salon industry. I want to be the gold standard Nutrafol #1 hair growth supplement out there. Um, it's funny when you walk into a salon. I'm going to challenge anyone listening to this if you're not behind the chair, anyways, but like, or just being behind the chair as well. I guarantee you have clients sitting in that chair that are already taking it, that don't even know. Like, and they're in the stylist is like, oh my gosh. And the funny thing is, Jeffrey, is like the stylists are the #1 identifiers of any hair hiccup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's why I'm so passionate. That's why I'm like, call myself the CEO of hair, because this has been such a taboo conversation for so many years. No one wants to talk about it.
Cover it up, cut it, trick at the eye, all of those things in order to
Put
avoid
an
dealing with
extension
it.
in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, we all know you're all therapists. Can I say therapists? We'll say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. You guys know if they're going through divorce. You know if they just had a baby. You know what's going on because you're seeing it in their hair. Like, oh, this side is more dense than this side. Oh, what's going on? Oh, you're, receding, or your part's different. Like, what's going on here? You're shedding more. What's going on? But I think at the end of the day, like stylists just don't know that they can carry it, and it's just getting the word out there. Like I said, the commercials, I hate to say, but like Nutrafol has become a household name. And it's just, this is why we're having this conversation too. I want to spread it to the masses and let everyone know, like, you guys are the #1 identifiers. You're having the conversations. You're the ones seeing the clients come back. And the beauty of this, I'm going to do a little plug here because I don't think a lot of people realize this either. Those who are consistently on Nutrafol, their hair is growing faster, thicker, quicker, like faster, all that. So when they're in there getting their single process, they're going to be there quicker because the growth. Those are my extension specialists. They're great clients to have because you want something strong for the bonding to be on. Why not put them on this? Because it is a lifestyle. It's not a one and done.
But so are extensions. I mean, that's actually a really good point. I mean, really, the extension girlies understand that this is a commitment. And for the specialists, they would want a really strong base in order to make it have the best results in the end. I mean, nobody likes when it's slipping, when it's falling, all of those things. So I'm glad you actually talked about that. And we'll get into more, but that one stuck out really like very clearly. You mentioned just a moment ago that there's Nutrafol salon specific SKUs. What products are available to salon pros that maybe they're not aware of? Because as you said, Nutrafol is a household name, but really consumer facing. So for the salon pros, what do we got?
Oh my gosh. Well, first and foremost, we have all our core, which is our mega. Those are our all stars right there. We have our core products, which are the ingestibles, the women's balance, which targets 45 plus. We have men's. We have postpartum. We have a vegan formulation as well. I also have a wet line, microbiome shampoo, conditioner, and a beautiful mask. It's funny because back in the day, that probably wouldn't have worked out, but it's a beautiful scrub. We have a hair serum for men and women.
Damn.
Yeah. We also have leaders. I just came out with leaders. Salons, we have leaders. It's not just something, it's just another shampoo. This is a microbiome and really targeted for scalp. And a lot of people have some scalp problems. So yeah, and we're expanding. We always have some more things up our sleeve that'll probably be coming up in the future. But yeah.
Johnnell. All right. This is good
we
news.
have education. And let me just give another plug.
Let's plug it. Let's do it.
We just give another plug. Education is the forefront. That's what we are. We learn. We love to learn. We absorb all this stuff. We also have a platform that stylists can go on and become Nutrafol certified. And how cool to have that stamp of approval and have people know that you're not only carrying our product, which we do advertise on our web as a salon finder, but
which
also
we love.
That little nugget. Right? Because we're seeing such a shift in trichology. People want to expand and go and diverse themselves and elevate themselves from behind the chair. We see it all the time. But yeah, there's a lot of good things happening right now. And you'll have a dedicated person that can be there and give you all the salon promos and all the specials and all the love and attention. And I really am looking for partners. I really want this to be like relationships. It's not just like a one and done kind of thing. I'm trying to grow a community here. So
well, part of that community is around awareness. So, I mean, I think for those that are maybe familiar with brand, understand the sort of ingestible nature, um, but not familiar with some of the ingredients, which really do set Nutrafol apart. We've
100%.
got ingredients that are a wellness lover, someone who's really appreciating this space, their dream. Ashwagandha, saw palmetto, marine collagen. Why, from your perspective, do these ingredients matter? Why do salon pros need to know about them being in the formulations in order to sort of impact hair thinning?
These, so it's part of our synogen complex. So we have, you said saw palmetto, which is hormones, ashwagandha, the whole stress calming,
Hmm.
tocotrienol complex. We have curcumin and the marine collagen peptides, which you're hearing all about collagen these days.
Hmm.
These all address the root causes of hair thinning. And, Nutrafol is clinically tested. We have patented synergen complex. And all of these combined, and it's not, like I said, a one size fits all. We
Yeah.
have the different variations for certain people, which affect our nutrition, our aging, our metabolism, our hormones, I said, stress, everyday life, environmental factors, all of these all combined give like the goodness of helping hair because it's all from within, right? So
Hmm.
we can use volumizers, we can do all these things, but are we really identifying the root triggers of like what is causing the hair hiccups that we're experiencing? And yeah, they're big words and it's a different kind of conversation, but it doesn't have to be that way. And that's one thing I want to say too, for everyone listening. I don't want people to be intimidated by this because you guys are having the conversations. You're science backed doing your colors, you're chemists.
Hmm.
Uh, it's just understanding that these all together are what make Nutrafol successful and effective and number one dermatology recommended hair supplement out there in the market. So
That's a big deal. I mean, let's just sit with that for a second. Because
yeah,
again, there's a lot of competition in this space. There's saturation now because
gummies,
there are.
everything. Yep.
Mhm, mhm.
Yep.
And they don't have that sort of stamp of approval.
No.
So I think that that's important to remark on. Talk to me about results. So before we get into a little bit more in depth about the support and the other items that are available to folks if they, want to work with Nutrafol in their salon, but the results, what can people expect to see with clients? I mean, beyond fullness, which is obviously huge. I mean, increased
Yeah.
fullness, that's a huge hiccup that people definitely want to address.
100%. Well, you think of this. Number one, men, they're always there. You see like the receding hairline, or
Mhm.
women. I'll use me. I'm 47. I'll use me. So you get why not? I'm on
Yeah.
it. I'm a
Yep.
spokesperson. I'm starting to see a little bit, but you get the baby hair. So
Mhm.
my hair has been growing crazy, crazy good stuff. Like you'll see just different in your digestion, your sleep
Mm.
is improved. Your hormones, just everything, lifestyle changing, like your skin. Um, I'm not just trying to sell snake oil here because I
No,
actually,
no, no.
and it's funny. I know it sounds silly, but like I'm really not. I know a lot of people like put on this dog and pony show. I really love this brand. It really works. I'm telling you.
Well,
Uh,
that's the difference. So,
it
and I think that
really,
that's what we wanted to make sure to talk about. I mean, there
yeah,
is stuff out there that does amount to
it
snake
doesn't.
oil
Right. And
that
listen,
doesn't do anything, but this does.
it really
So,
does. And I think, everyone handles things differently. Everyone
mhm.
digests things differently. So I started seeing, I don't even know, I've been taking it for a while. When I first started with the company, I didn't take it. I'm not gonna lie.
That's real. Yep.
Being very honest, I was like, oh, and then I started when we launched vegan, I started taking vegan, and I'm not vegan, I eat everything, but I just was like, oh, I'll try it
Yep.
out. And I've been on women's balance for quite some time. But yeah, I think everyone handles things differently. We like to say within 3 months, you kind of see something, right?
Mhm.
Whether it's baby hairs or just you just feel different. Your sleep patterns have shifted. Like I know I sleep soundly.
Mm.
I'm gonna tune it to Nutrafol, I'll just say that. Um, yeah, everyone handles it differently. I'm not trying to skirt around anything, but like men, we've seen great results. Now, if you're Mr. Clean, bald, there's nothing gonna solve there. So just get a wig. But
Janelle, yes, yeah, okay. See, again, she's not pulling anything over anybody here. Like,
I'm
let's,
not,
yeah,
but
that's a
I will
different
say
situation.
you start seeing baby hairs, you start feeling like thickness, like it's just everyone's different. I've seen tremendous results. And that's one thing too, ladies and gentlemen, photos,
Hmm.
a million words. Like that's the story
Pics don't
right
lie.
there.
Yep.
I always ask everyone, if you have a client, take the photo
Document
and
that journey.
document the journey because we say keep growing, legit, keep growing. It's forever because someone at that mile marker at 3 months versus 6 months versus a year,
Hmm.
jaw dropping.
Well,
And
and
we have
I was,
clinical trials.
so that you not only have the sort of anecdotal, this person sends in a picture, but you've got the clinical trials to back this up, and that's, I think, a huge difference. Yeah.
Again, number one dermatology recommended supplement. Like there's nothing out there.
Mm. Yeah.
There's nothing out there that actually works. And I say this to all my clients as well. Even if you're not experiencing a hair hiccup, everyone should be on this because it's like a multivitamin. It's like your
Yeah.
daily supplement and it's awesome. It's pure ingredients. It's great. It's drug-free. I mean, we all have issues. We all have like crazy stress. And if you say you're not stressed out,
You're
like
a liar. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everyone's aging,
Mhm.
okay, at rapid speeds in this world. We can't even
Yep.
keep, but you got to think of your lifestyle too. I mean, 4 pills a day, and that's another thing too. It's 4 pills a day. And a
Mhm.
lot of people either want to commit it or you don't. But if you're out there drinking every night and doing your partying, I toodles for you. I love that. But like these 4 pills aren't going to change it. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I'm
That's
not
fair.
going to wake up a Rapunzel here.
So we've talked a little bit about the clinical trials, but I am curious. I mean, we've got salon pros that are listening to this pod. Talk to me about what that's been like, as you've been in this role for a number of years, working with salon pros and their clientele. What are they telling you about what their clients are experiencing? What are some of those stories that stand out to you? Because I'm sure you've heard a lot of them about like, oh my God, this client, they're so much happier. They did this, but what are some stories that you might be able to share with us?
Some good ones I've experienced are with postpartum.
Mm,
A lot of women, I very honestly, like, and they've seen some rapid results. And just hearing their story on their journey and seeing the photos and having them share that, like with
mm,
women who are practically losing all this side, and then like within 6 months, it's all this regrowth. Or you hear stories of someone who is experiencing a loss of someone in their world and they started this journey and you're seeing their part used to be wide and now it's no longer widening, or you see I remember there was this one, I think he was 25, 26,
mm.
good looking kid. And he started taking it before his wedding and just completely transformed. I mean, I'm not saying people are waking up with chia head,
Yeah,
the
it's
hair, but
bad.
like, it's really hits you. Like I get emotional in that because it's
Yeah.
an emotional conversation, everyone. You're seeing this, you're watching this. Yeah, I've heard, they share their stories with me. And a lot of times the salons are coming to me and be like, I personally take it.
Hmm.
I saw what it did for me. I'd like to have that on my shelf. And that's just the easiest process for me. And like once you're on it and you know what it did for you, it's so much easier to speak of it and get someone else on board for it.
Yeah.
I
No,
think
that
a
makes
lot of people are hesitant. A lot of people, it's an adjustable. It's so different from us, from what we
it.
normally sell.
It is, but I mean, I think it does tap into that like time old therapy relationship that a salon pro has with their client, where again, if they are themselves taking it, it is so much easier to then recommend it, particularly when they've had success. So, I mean, that makes a ton of sense to me. Something that you mentioned a little bit ago is the Nutrafol education and support that comes along with if they're bringing Nutrafol product into salons. So talk to me about what that really amounts to. Again, you mentioned like wanting to build a relationship, but what does that look like? Because I think that our audience is going to be curious about that.
Oh, 100%. First and foremost, I mean, we want everyone to deep dive into the ingredients, right? We need to
Hmm.
get to the science, the root of it. It's a different conversation. It's a different kind of information, right? So, it's good to touch on upon that, but something that my team and I are really trying, I mean, we're the brand evangelists out there,
Yeah.
right? So my team and I are trying to really hone in on what those talking points are and to help the stylists, the salons, even the barbershops. Hey, barbershops out there, y'all can carry us too, because I'm sure all the men out there,
Yes, this. I
oh my
mean,
gosh, it's not about the women, it's about the men too. It's a movement of men. Men, you need this too. But it's just really having those talk tracks and those nuggets and getting our stylists comfortable and like, okay, how can I approach this conversation? Because it's a conversation, it's like a consultation to conversation, I call it, right?
mm,
And guess what? We're not retail people. We're not there selling, but
yep.
it's just it's always been that, right? Like stylists just don't sell. They'll sell themselves, but they're not really selling like, oh, I'm doing this curling cream on you, and then I'm doing this, doing that. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
We're just really trying to like, and part of our education is helping the salons have that conversation and just give them some talk tracks because it's a differentiation, giving them little nuggets on like, okay, you're not probably not going to sit down with your client and be like, so you ever take ashwagandha?
Yeah.
How do you feel about curcumin? They'd be like, what the shit? But yeah, so we put together this great learning platform that has everything from a marketing toolkit to product knowledge down to like the scientific studies. If you guys want to geek out and you want to see those white papers and understand the learnings, we have before and growings to help you guys educate and learn and even show your clients or show your salon team like, hey, this is legit, this is what happens. And like I said, we do have that certification program that we just launched, which is pretty amazing, especially for a supplement company, to have that. But we also, like my team is out there, they're doing in-person education events. That's something we just had our New York City event. We had a
Ooh,
really big event. Yeah, it was kind of dope to see that. It was like 100, it was like during the heat wave, it was like 120.
damn.
But yeah, we're starting to bring like a road show to you guys too. So you keep your eyes and ears open because I'm starting to bring the education to the masses. Um, we have an upcoming event actually October 5th in LA. But yeah, back to the education, we provide it. It's different. It's a different kind of platform. It's a different learn because it's not touching, feeling, all that stuff. It's their pills, right? So I want everyone to be comfortable having that conversation. And it's having the conversation of the hair hiccup, like
Mm.
talking to your client, like what are you experiencing? Getting that information and seeing like, hey, there's something out there. Are you willing to jump in and be a part of this? Because it is a commitment.
So talk to me if you could about the hair wellness certification. Because again, this is unique. This is a differentiator. Something that I would imagine can help people to feel more confident in talking about Nutrafol, particularly with their clients. So what does that look like?
100%. So what we did was we divided it under like the cores. So what the stylist would go in and log in. It's all online. It's a
Mhm,
platform. These are offered to people who are partners. So
mhm.
it's all good stuff. So the client or the stylist would go online and take all these modules. So we broke down like every chunk of module because there's a lot of information.
I can
And
imagine.
just have them become the experts of like the cores and understanding what it is, what it encompasses, the key factors, and it goes by course by course by course. So we have it broken down to that. We also have boosters. We didn't even really talk about boosters. I'll just
Mm.
throw it out there. So
Yeah,
we
do it. What is it?
have boosters, which are just that's what they are. They're boosters. They're added at like supplements that help, pick up the missing pieces of maybe what you need more of. Like we have a
Mm,
stress adaptogen that
mm.
gives you that added ashwagandha and that, just to help balance it out. I take that. That's what I do. I take women's balance and stress adaptogen. Those are my two key components that I will never give them up. That's my trade secret. We also have a hair biotic, which is a probiotic and helping with digestion.
Damn.
And we have our collagen powder, which is pretty remarkable. Every salon should have that at their coffee bar and get everyone on that. But yeah, so we have those as well. So it's broken down into that a little exam. But are all these modules that we put together and we curate it just to give them that extra seal of approval saying that you guys have been certified. And I'm looking to expand that into like something else in the near future, like this education 2.0, whatever that looks like. But
Okay.
there's a lot to be learned. There's so much we don't know. There's so much information, but I want to make it like appetizers and digestible for everybody and have these conversations because they're conversations that we're having all the time to everybody else.
Could not have said it better. And here, as you said, like you're giving people the support to really dive deeper and to make a more meaningful impact with some of these hiccups that, you know, they maybe don't want to talk about or aren't necessarily ready to address. This lets them do that meaningfully.
Right.
I'm curious, when you talk about Education 2.0, you talk about some events and other things. Like what do you got in store to the extent that you can tell us um, for Nutrafol? What kind of outreach are we doing? How many more salons are you thinking? I mean, you've already got 1,000. Like what's the game plan? Because I'm really curious.
My game plan is, I'm going to say it, is dominate the salon industry. I am really looking, we have number one derm. I want to be number one salon professional and
Damn.
whatever it takes. I think my focus, like I keep saying the word community, I really want to build a community for our salons. I want to do something so disruptive, and we are. This is so disruptive from every other brand out there. Um, I'm looking to bring the education to the masses. Like I said, I want to create a Nutrafol now what kind of conversation out there. I mean, we haven't even scratched the surface. So the world is endless here, like the ideas and everything. But like I said, I have this small and mighty team, and I'm hoping to like triple, quadruple them and just be everywhere. Nutrafol should be on every retail space. It
Yeah.
really should. And however I need to get there, I'm going to get there.
I believe it. Again, you're CEO of Hair. You can make anything happen. You mentioned the New York event. You mentioned briefly LA. Talk to me about what's in store in LA. I'm a West Coaster. I'm very selfishly
Ooh.
interested. Would love to come down. But tell me, for stylists that are interested or they don't know, why should they be aware? What's going to happen there?
How about I give a teaser? I'm going to give a
Yeah.
teaser. So I'm looking to collaborate. So we have a healthcare professional channel where we're explosive in like aesthetics and derms.
Mhm.
I'm looking to combine our salons and our derms in some healthy form of like event. So that's a little teaser. So there might be
Oh,
some KOL of a derm joining us. And because think about it, there is that differentiation. There's that point where it's like, okay, I can only do so much as a stylist.
mhm.
When does the medical portion come in? So something different, something unheard of. We've never had those worlds collide before. So I think that's going to be disruptive and fun. Um, the event is just to bring, like I said, the education and just have like a place where the stylists can come and do some activations and just
Mm.
immerse themselves in the brand. Um, it's just going to be fun cocktails and just a nice community
Ooh.
to build that. Yeah, it's something different. We haven't done it before, but I'll have more information when we have the flyers and everything. But that's going to be October in LA, and we're going to be coming to certain markets. So keep an eye out.
Yeah, keep an eye out. If a stylist is now curious, and I hope they are as a result of listening to our
I hope
conversation,
so.
where the hell can they go to find out more in order to take the first step? Obviously, there's social media, so I want you to plug that. If people are not
Oh
following, I
my
want them to
gosh.
know where to go. But then beyond that, where else can they get better enmeshed with the brand?
100%. I love that. Yes, and social media. Oh my God, please. And if anyone out there is carrying Nutrafol, please just do hashtag Nutrafol stylist. I love seeing these stories. I love watching the little reels, and it brings warmth in my heart to see like a launch party or something like that. If a salon is interested, they can go to Nutrafol.com, and there's an area for partners, and they just have to reach out and just fill out something that says like, I'm interested, and then that'll get forwarded over to my team, and we'll get right on that. It's kind of easy breezy, but like I said, I'm so happy that we're having this conversation because 6 years in, people don't know what they don't know, and
Mhm.
everyone should be carrying this. This is just a remarkable product to have. But yeah, go to Nutrafol.com or just like, you know, go to Nutrafol on IG and just DM the company and be like, hey, get me on this. Who can I talk to?
You say that now. Whomever is on the
I blow
receiving end of
up.
those DMs, yeah, you watch out. The people have regretted doing this, but again, it's the best way to get in touch. So we're all
Oh,
about it. Uh, Before I let you go, we are going to do our quick takes. These are the questions we ask of all of our guests, so try not to think about it for too long. And then let's just get rocking and rolling. What is your go-to song, playlist, or podcasts that you listen to when working.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I caveat this with sometimes people are like, look, I cannot listen to a single thing when I'm working. So maybe you're a
Gotcha.
silent person. If you are, I want to know about that too. But if you
Okay.
do listen, what is it?
In, in no particular order. Okay.
Yes.
Love me some Jay Shetty. Give me some Ed Milet. I think I'm like the mini Gabby Bernstein. Mel Robbins. Oh yeah, can listen to her all day. Music. I love music is my soul. So music
Mm.
is always playing. And it's whether it's, I'm gonna say this comes out the witchy side, whether it's like my concentration binaural beats or like HZ frequencies to like zen me out when
I was
everyone
just hearing about the frequency stuff. That's
Oh,
so
it's so
fascinating.
good. It's so good. I mean, chakras, all that stuff. But I just love good music. Like I can go from everything from like indie folk to like 90s hip hop to you name it.
Uh, Bucket list item that you most want to check off in the next 6 months. And this does not need to be professional. This can be personal. It can be whatever. I mean, you've talked a lot about the things that you're trying to do to dominate the hairspace, but maybe there's something at home you want to deal with. Next 6 months. What?
As the yogi girl over here, I'm
Yeah.
trying to master a damn headstand. Okay.
Okay.
And it's without being assisted. Okay. I'm determined to do that at 47. I just want to do that. And what else do I want to do? There's so many things. We'll go with that.
That's a big deal. If you can make that happen, I would,
I will send
yeah.
it to you when it
Yeah,
happens,
please do.
as my
We'd
legs
love to
are
see
like,
it. Yeah, some accountability. What is a current social media trend that you just do not understand?
I don't understand anything anymore. This
Uh,
generation's so different. Can I say that?
you
I
can say
don't.
it.
You know
I
what's
don't
driving
believe it.
me?
I feel like you are tapped in a way that I think others are probably not. So you're being maybe a little bit
Okay, I
unkind
have
to yourself, but go
what
ahead.
I think is bonkers, but yet I find myself like those little, how can I say it? How do you say this? Did you know you do this? And they have someone opening up a can the wrong way and like, or this, you're doing this wrong. Have I been doing it wrong? Have I really been put it like, you know what I'm talking
No,
about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
What the shit is this? Like my grandmother taught me this. Did you know how to do this? No, I did not, because you're opening a banana the wrong way. Like what is like, I'm sorry. Like I just don't understand that shit.
Perfect, Janelle. Perfect. Perfect answer. All right. Last question, then we'll let you go. If you could have an unlimited supply of one thing for the rest of your life, what would you pick?
Oh, celery juice.
Oh, that was fast. Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I can go alkaline water. Oh my God. I don't know. Chapstick. I can go on and on. There's things, coffee. I one thing the rest of my life.
I mean, it sounds like celery juice might be the winner.
Green juice freak. I know.
Re-
People are like, "Ew." Okay.
No, this makes total sense given the alignment. I will allow it. That yeah, we
Let's
perfect,
all allow
perfect.
it.
Yeah, no, that's great. Janelle, it was a pleasure getting to chat with you, getting to learn more about Nutrafol. One last time, people that have made it this far, where the hell can they go? How can they find you? How can they find more about brand? Let's do our plugs, and then we'll let you go.
Totally. Like I said, you can go to Nutrafol.com, go under partners and fill out the information, send us all the goodies. And again, on Instagram, you can tag Nutrafol or hashtag Nutrafol Stylist. Um, yeah. And I'm excited to work with you guys. And if you have, I'm sure you know someone who is carrying it. So give them a little nudge and let's just work together. We should all just work together. Let's just all get along. Everyone should be carrying it. There's no competition.
All right, Jeff. She is one passionate gal. I
So much
love that.
energy.
I mean, that Nutrafol, this is like a category disruptor. I mean,
Hmm.
we all want, well, we all want more hair, thicker hair, better hair.
I think we all do.
It's like,
I think
what?
you're not wrong in that. Who does? I mean, there's maybe like one or two people that don't want as much hair as they've got, but
If you're one of them, let us know
yeah,
because we don't know what you're
yeah, we don't know
thinking.
you.
We don't know you. We aren't one of you. Anyway, kudos to them and for bringing this category on shelf for pros because if my pro is like, hey, the hair's looking a little thin, we're going to need to
Mhm.
take this, I'm doing it, right? So there.
And I loved how honest Janelle was about like, look, we
Yeah,
have these hair hiccups, and salon pros are the ones that see all of it, and
they
they can
do.
offer a solution. So, I mean, I just like it makes so much sense. I was so glad to have chatted with her. I feel like I know even more about Nutrafol because we talked about it. I
Yeah,
mean, Nutrafol is everywhere. And
literally
now
everywhere.
they're, helping salon pros.
I can't escape Kristen Cavallari talking about Nutrafol. I just can't. I mean, so literally it's in my feed everywhere. It's telling me something. So anyway, be sure to hit subscribe, rate and review, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at Read the Tease, and send in questions to volumeup@thetease.com.
Volume Up is a Tease media production. This episode was produced by Monica Hickey and Madeline Hickey. James Arbache is our editor and audio engineer. Thank you to the creative team for the custom Volume Up theme song and for putting together the graphics and videos for this episode.